gentlemen. Hello, hello, how are you doing? Not a fan. Pretty mad about it. I cry. Okay, friends. First of all, I wanted to tell you that I have crazy CZs right now. These are monsters, and I'm interested to try them today to see if they are going to work or not. They're huge. They're 8 millimeters, and then we're going to make some of these. And we're going to make some of these. Right? And maybe make some of these. So that is what we're doing today. I am going to organize here for just a second. And then we will turn on the torch. While I'm waiting for the kiln to heat up, I want to show you some of the other ones I've been making. These turned out really cool. I'm really excited about these. So here's one of the orange ones, the orange and red one. So it's a cubic zirconia in there. That's what that is. And then flowers, they're this big. Right? And then I'm going to show you the blue one, look at this one. Right? And then I'll show you the rainbow one. This one turned out really cute too. Anyways, that's what's going on with those. We do have to wait for the kiln to heat up. If Jordan, if you're watching this, you told me to turn on my kiln before you left, and I forgot. So here we are waiting for the kiln, which is always so fun. Anyways, put these guys back. These guys back. Off they go. station I have over here that's like a little heating pad. I don't know if you remember, like in the, probably in the 80s, I guess. They had those little heating pads for your coffee. Do you remember these? Do you guys remember this thing? So this is what I'm gonna put the monstrous CZ on. I've got a 8mm beast over here. So I've got a few of these guys. They're pretty big. And I feel like if I clean off my little heating pad here, we preheat it, then maybe it won't pop. So we will see. It may pop, but who knows. Only one way to find out, really, so that's what we're going to do. Alright, clean that pad. Pad is clean. Down. Okay, so I'm going to put this humongous CD face down on this little heat pad and warm it up just a little bit. So now I'm at 233 degrees over there. Let me show you again what we're doing. So I'm going to make this. This is a glass. Zirconia. And then we're also going to make these. So these are all made out of Italian soft glass. I do work in Thoro, but not today. Today we will be working with soft glass. And I will be right back. Still waiting for that candle to get a little hotter. Sorry I didn't turn it on earlier, bummer, but I will be right back. Hang tight. color fade, and I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about. All right, now we're at 500 degrees. Check my gases. Good. All right, off we go, y'all. Hello. Hi. Here we go. I have no idea what's going on this chat, but good luck with whatever's going on. Okay, I'm going to start with some leaves. And I'm going to do a bunch of transparent leaves, right? And I would like to add some of this grass green. And I'm also going to add some of this pea green. And if I'm going to do that, I need to encase this bright green, this pea green first. And then we can mix everything together, but you have to do it that way. Them's the rules, friends. I'm sorry, that's the way that it is. You have to encase them. So, this is also a mosaic dark green. And so we're going to make a few leaves to start because I can never have enough leaves, period. I always need a billion leaves, so that's what we're doing. Off we go. With your device. Yeah, I haven't turned on the torch yet today, so this is what we got. Little Wizard of Ozzy. Go. Right. Onward. Okay. Green things. Alright. We are going to do a mixed one for starters, because it looks like we still have more time to wait for the kiln, so I'm going to do something that takes a little bit longer. Alright, here we go. Wait, I need clear. I don't have it yet. So, this pea green. I'm going to start with the pea green, and off we go. Okay, again, this is Italian soft glass. All the rods do come from Italy. My name is J9Glass. I've been doing this since 1999. Oh my god, that's so long. And I've done different things throughout my career doing this. I am for the most part self-taught. I do have friends that have been doing this for a long time, have taught me some techniques and books and things. But I hope to take more classes. So when you decide to do this full time at a very young age and you're as stubborn as I am, this is what happens. So here we go. Okay, so this is pea green. Pretty color. And I'm going to encase it. This is clear. This is super clear. What up, OG? How you doing, OG? Sunnylicious. Hey there. Hey. So if I have friends on here that I know personally and I don't recognize your YouTube handle, then you gotta tell me who you are. You're such a beautiful woman. Also, what are you doing? It's kind of badass. Thank you. I sure appreciate that. Thank you. Here we go. So when I'm encasing, I want to get the end of the clear rod not too close to this, but like kind of a little further in. You're heating where you're going, not where you are, right? So you're heating above it and you're making sure that the place that you're taking that hot glass is also hot. Those are kind of some of the rules. I mean, it is a very intuitive thing. You have to be able to just kind of flow with it. I mean, it feels like I think it does. So it just takes a lot of practice to be able to wield. But I recommend if you find this interesting that you go to find some bead maker, glass bead maker wherever you live. It's a good idea. Okay. So this is a dark mosaic green with encased pea green. COE 104. Okay. Getting it all mixed up on the end of this. Get a nice glob going. And I'm going to add another shade of green. This is dark green, so dark mosaic green. Now I'm going to add this green. Mix it in like the taffy that it wants to be. Okay. So you kind of attach it, and then I pull it and twist it. So it's like just taffy. So this is called lamp-worked glass. There's a lot of different ways to manipulate glass. It's been done for thousands of years. Glass beads have been found all over the world that are ancient glass beads. So they stay. Turkey, very cool. Hi, OG. Oh yeah, I know. Glass is a very ancient craft, which is one of the reasons why I think it's important to do lives, because people don't know how glass is manipulated. Maybe fusing, where you just take cold pieces, put it into a kiln, heat it up, melt it, and then you take out and maybe do cold working with it. But in the air is a different thing. This is not like that. So I'm going to use this tool, right? And I'm going to push it into a leaf. Nice to meet you, OG. Okay. So I'm going to keep it hot. Lay it in the middle of this, and I'm going to squash it as hard as I can. And then I'm going to heat it again, because if I take it out and show it to you right now, it'll pop. You'll want it to pop. So I'm going to grab it, and then I'm going to pull it out. Heat it up all the way. The thing about soft glass is you want to make sure that you keep it hot. If it cools down and then you put it back into the flame, it'll break. Right? I'm gonna put it in the kiln. Okay, now it's at 800 degrees, so we're good to go. Last time they made a big fat leaf and the kiln was too cold, and I got it out the next day and it was broken. Alright, I am going to do more of these guys. I really like the transparent leaves. I think that they're really pretty. And when I make the poppies, I kind of feel like, and I can make the marbleized ones and they're cool, but I don't know, the transparent ones feel like they give more of a glassy effect. Hi everybody, how you doing? Hope everybody's having a good day. My name is J9Glass, and I'm here in Colorado, United States, which, yes, if you're from another part of the world right now and you're wondering, not all Americans are in agreement with the madness, just so you know. Not at all. Corruption's disgusting. Anyways, so that should be known. I'm an American, and lately I am ashamed to say so. There we go. There we go. What's up? And also I have the glass on the end of a steel rod. This metal, this thing I'm holding is steel. Isn't that pretty? Now I'm gonna grab it and pull it out in a leaf shape. Get you a nice leafy shape. Oh, that's extra leafy, I love it. Leafy pops. So what I do with them when I make the leaves is this is what I'm making. So that's one of my poppy flowers. And these are the leaves that are on the steel. And I wrap the steel and I put the whole thing together. So that's what these leaves are for. It's another thing I use the leaves for. There's a cubic zirconia in the center of that. So and these go in little vases and stuff. Thank you. And then I also make these guys. I'm gonna have to make some of those today too, but I wanted to show you what I make. I've been doing this for 26 years. So I better know what I'm doing. I mean, that's just a fact. All right, let's make another leaf. These are pretty easy. These are like my warm-up things, you know. Gotta be a little warm-up project. I haven't turned the torch on yet today. I've been running around. So anyways, here we go. Flash it in. With Italian soft glass, you have to make sure that you flash in the heat, so it's a gradual thing. If you slam this directly into it too hot, it'll pop. And then you have little shards of hot glass nonsense everywhere. And that sucks. Yeah, thank you. I like the bees too. You can get them on my website. That thing on the back of me, that's my website. You can order them through my website. I also do rainbow ones too. My little rainbow bees, pretty cute. And then for Christmas, I put Santa hats on. It's pretty ridiculous. And I make bats for Halloween, so I gotta make some more bats too. Yes, this is, so this technique is called lamp working. It means I use a blowtorch and glass rods. The rods that I'm using are Italian. They have the most stable recipe, I guess I should say, I think, and it melts the smoothest, and it isn't very brittle. Different kinds of glass rods can have different levels of quality, and I don't know, I just feel that Italians have been doing it a long time, so have the Turkish actually. Technique is so different than typical blowing and shaping the glass. Yeah, lamp working is different. It is a very intuitive thing to do. This is how glass beads are made, by the way, and maybe I'll make a bead today too, just so you can see how those are done. You still work it on steel, but you put a bead release down on the steel, and then you create the glass on it, and then you take them off the mandrel, off the steel later. So. All right. I'm gonna make bats too. I haven't made a bat in a while, so I'm looking forward to making bats. I think they'll be really fun with the Halloween bouquets. It's a glass leaf. And this is what I'm making the glass leaves for. That's what the leaves are for. And I'll make these. Anyways, onward. We're going to make one more leaf. One more leaf. And then we'll move on to bee. Things you have to anneal the glass from red hot to cool it or it shatters. No. So this is cold glass that I'm holding, and that's why I flash it in. You have to flash it into the heat. This is about 2,000 degree flame happening right here. That's hot, and so if you flash it in, then it'll melt. Once it catches, you can manipulate it. The bees are killing me. So cute. Thank you so much, OG. Yeah, I love them too. They're so cute. I'll make a bee next. Okay, another leaf though. We gotta leaf it. Leaf me, leaf me, leaf, leaf. There we go. So I do have to anneal it after I'm done with what I'm working on. It goes right into the kiln. So after I made those leaves, they went right into my kiln, which is now at 926 degrees. I'm gonna get, yeah, about 950 maybe. And then it'll, when I program my kiln to do it, it will finish annealing for an hour, and then it'll slow cool it 100 degrees an hour for like 6 hours. So these things go into a kiln next. Like they cool too fast. They need to cool very slowly to make them solid. Gotta chill those molecules out. There we go. All right.
Is the man of the hour, the man of the year, the man of the century.
Go. Grab it right here. Give this one a little bit of attitude. Attitude. Okay. In the kiln with you. All right. So now we have 4 leaves. Now it's time to make a bee. Off we go. All right. For the bee, I need a different color yellow. Grab one of these bad boys. Okay. Thank you, Wolfgang. I appreciate it. So this is a dark yellow, right? And then I got black. No, that's purple. See, you gotta look. That's purple. This one is black. Ah, black. Hey, gotta check. Every time I check. All right. White, black. And then I need a blues for the eyes. I like to put this lovely color in for the eyes. And here we go. Bees, let's do it. So I start with a black center. Right? Here we go. Alright, so heat up. Get a little black gather on the end of this steel. This is my occupation. I've been doing this for 26 years. Yeah. And well practiced. And I've starved for it, I'll tell you. This is not a retired wealthy person looking at you right now. This is somebody who's really had to work hard and suffer to do this at all. I mean, I've had to choose glass or food, you know, in my life. I've been dedicated for a long time. When you see the magic of what this stuff is, it's hard to get away from. It's kind of an addiction of sorts. But if I'm addicted to my medium, that just means that I'm an artist. Yeah, dark yellow is my first level. It's the second level to be. Yeah, I've done shows all over the country. I've taught classes. I've been in magazines. I've done all sorts of stuff. But right now, the flowers that I've been working on, those poppies, are my favorite thing that I've ever done in the glass. I'm just flipping out over the flowers. I've been making these bees for several years now, so but people like them. I sell them individually, so you know, if I do a show. So I've got a show for Labor Day. Everything that is as amazing as art comes with sacrifice. You are correct, OG. For most artists, I think, I don't know if there's an argument that there is out there that says that if you are going to create an artist, that artist has to suffer in order to do that. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like if I I have a lot of support right now, and I feel like if I had been encouraged when I was younger to, I don't know, not have the very best thing that I could possibly do would be a secretary. Like, what is that? I want to be a glass blower. You know, I don't want to make pipes, I want to make beads. I want to play with this, you know, it's totally, it's fun. It's a very different language, if you will, the glass. Okay, so this is a brass paddle. Lauren Stump put these out. I don't know if he still makes these or what. These are brass. It's one of my favorite tools. So I just put a yellow line on either side of the black. So I'm going to heat these guys down until you can't see the lines. Right now it looks like a little cheeseburger. Ready? Cheeseburger. Right? So I'm going to melt these down until it just looks like lines. Like, I could put physical lines on it, like start with one, a black or yellow, and then just stripe it on. But I feel like my lines are more crisp and more consistent if I do this layering technique. I don't know, I figured this out a while ago. I wanted to make a bee, and every time I made them, when I striped them by hand, I'm like, ugh, this is a pain. Like, I could do it, but why? So this way, I think is a much better way to make a bee. 5 gas bottles per evening. I use oxygen and propane. So I've got a K tank of oxygen over here. It's as large as I can get from the oxygen supplier before going to liquid. So I have a big tank, and I can crank one through one of those in a week. With soft glass. Like with Boro, if I'm busy, I totally can easily. But with a soft glass, since it doesn't require as much heat, it's more impressive that I can kick out a tank of gas in a week with soft glass. And this is hot, but I mean, it's not like eat up that much oxygen. But if you are passionate, if I'm in a passionate mode and I'm freaking digging on it, I'm just gonna not stop. So let's do what we do. That's what you gotta do, man. If you're going to choose this, you better be ready to work. Better be ready to work. It's funny because I feel like artists get a bad rap. Like, people are like, oh, well, like if I'm at a show and people say, oh, you know, you're so lucky, you know, you can just sit here outside and this day and, you know, just sell your stuff and then that's good. You know, they're like, it must be so easy. What an easy life. And the thing is, they don't see the, oh my God, insane hours in the studio to make everything for the show. They don't see possible weather patterns screwing up your tent or your inventory or whatever. They don't see trying to do a new product and how many times you have to fail at it until you can get the right look and the right thing that you're trying to do. And then how many years it can sometimes take just to come up with something new. Dude, it is no joke. Like, definitely support your local artists. It's really important, you guys. It really is. I don't know if you are an artist here. And if you are a glass artist here, by the way, one of the things I've been trying to do on my lives is if you are a glass artist on this live right now and you teach glass classes on how to make glass beads or whatever, put your whatever city you're in and just say if you're a teacher or a student so that teachers and students around the country can find each other. So you teach, just put teacher and whatever student you would mention. Alright, so we're on the next level of this B. Alright. I'll show you where I'm at now. Okay. Yellow again. So this is going to be the back end of the B. It's going to be the B thumb. So I'm going to diminish the amount that I'm putting on there a little bit. Well, it takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of practice until you see the flowers. It is different. So like I'm taking my time with each one. So everything that you see when I do a show, or if people come to the studio, or if they buy something on my website, every single one of those things is made like this. I don't have anybody else that I contract out to make anything. I do all of it. So like that's important. And even though it has been very difficult and it continues to be difficult, that's what I'm doing. Tiny, simple looking things need such intricate approaches. True. Alright, so now put a black line on the end of this last yellow one, right? Glad I found like a chill hop, no copyright station on YouTube. I like this soundtrack, it's chill. Alright, so I'm going to do one more yellow stripe on the top, and then we're going to do the head. And also the thing that people like about the bees is that I give them all different faces. So some have like one big eye and one little eye. Some have big eyes that are looking up like puppy dog eyes. Some are just basic and they're just kind of staring like they don't have a thought in their head. And they're meant to make people smile. And I believe that these do that. So we will continue making them. This is what I'm making, by the way. Okay, melting in that next yellow line. Alright, heat up my paddle. Melt that next line down. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, y'all. I do lives every Tuesday and Thursday at 2 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. If I'm not here at 2 o'clock, that means I'm out of town or off grid. But sometimes it happens. I'm lucky enough to go camping at the lake, and I'm lucky enough to be off grid away from everybody, which is so nice. So, here we go. I'm going to make the head. So this is all of them now. And now I'm going to add the noggin. Alright. I'm going to add this whole thing, so as I get closer, I'm just going to use tweezers to get to it. That's getting too hot for my little fingers. Alright, here we go. Alright, come on, get in here. Fancy, weird little maneuver to do this. This is not the way it is usually done. It's kind of messy, but that's okay. It will melt down and it'll be fine. That's a little weird, but it'll be alright. Glass wants to be round, so when you melt it, it rounds out. Hello, Jose Fernandez, 7455. What's happening? Hi, y'all. We're shaking. J9 here in the house, making glass bees and flowers and leaves. And I'm making them every day, so sometimes I bring you all with me. Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2 o'clock. Smooth sounds of J9 on Twitch. Here we go. Alright. When it's red hot, by the way, when you see it glowing like that, I can literally kind of flip it around. It's like balancing honey on a pen or something. It's all gooey, okay? Here we go. And now he doesn't have the face. We're going to give him a face. All you need is a face. Alright, so I'm going to give him, actually I think he needs a little more black. A little bit more, he needs a little bit more on there. I've got to watch what I say, because one of the live they said, he needs more head, and I was like, oops. Anyways. Here we go. And now his noggin's almost done. Alright, so I'm just melting that little gather that was kind of sloppy. Hi, how you doing? Thank you. So here we go. This technique is called lamp working glass. It's been done for thousands of years. It is the way that beads are made. And I'm making a bead, not a bead, but a bee, a creature, insect. And then next I will make a bead. So when it's red hot, I'm balancing it so that the head will kind of, spread out just a little bit. That's better. Nice. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, I like a good music vibe. I live in Colorado in the land of bluegrass, and it's just not my vibe. I would take hip hop or punk rock over that. I just don't. It's not my scene. So definitely crave me some hip hop and like house music. Cool. Thanks, Keith. Ooh, he's got a little crooked face. I don't know why I did that, but that's okay. He's just a little special. Okay. So now I've got 2 of his eyes on there, right? Yeah, I like some country. Yeah, so here we go. These are his eyes, and I'm gonna put the other eyes on there. I don't mind any music really done well. Like, I've been to opera, and I was blown away that I loved it. I couldn't believe it. I was shocked that I loved it. So anything done well, I'm into. But yeah, there's limited amount. Like I can listen to some Johnny Cash because come on, that's different, right? I mean, come on. Yeah. Alan Raymond? Okay. Got it. Yeah, I like punk music. I need more punk in my life. I also like R&B. Anyways, I just love music. And the thing is that I have to subscribe to music channels to do this live because I don't like doing this live with no music. I gotta have some. So here's the blue. Is the suspense killing you? Yeah. Line. Okay, I'm gonna give him a little. I think you'd approve. Awesome B-glass. Yeah, okay. Thank you. And I'll check it out. Alright, there we go. I'm going to put little eyes on. I'm going to give one big one and one little one because I think that's fun. So big one. Yeah, good things do take time to make. Alright. Now squish down these little eyeball bits. Here's what I like to do, y'all. I've tried to do creepy stuff. Like, people have been like, can you make me a demon? Or can you make me bloody eyes or whatever? And bats, all these things, skulls, they always turn out looking cute. There's absolutely nothing I can do about it. I'm an artist. The way I express myself needs to be cute because that's just what I'm made of, I guess. But this is the eyes. Ready? He's just a worm. No wings. Put some wings on him. Give him some wings. Thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, you can get them on my website behind me. That's my website. And I can't imagine shipping to Turkey, but very expensive shipping. Okay, so I'm adding a little clear, a little tiny bit to that back. Keeping it hot. If you let it cool, it'll pop. The whole thing will break. Alright. I'm going to squish his little wings just a little bit. And I feel like the smaller I make the wings, the fatter it makes the bee look. So I'm trying to make it. I'm so glad you like the emoji. Okay. Give him a little bit of wing action over here. This is probably too slow. If they don't add some beats to this, come on, give it to me. There it is. All right. If it goes too slow, I'm out. All right, ready? I'm gonna heat them up just a little bit. Oh, $1 is like 50 plus years. We are all so broke, dude. I bet the world is. I don't get it at all anymore. And our leaders love each other out. Curious. God. Yeah, we're all in big trouble. Here you go. There he is. And that's why I have to make cute stuff that makes people happy. And just generally not be a dick. Because, dude. Really? It's just not a hard ask, you wouldn't think, right? And I just feel like the world is, I don't know. But that pendulum has to go both ways, right? I mean, the more messed up it is, I imagine that equal amount of positive energy is out there. It's just what we see. The bee can bring world peace. Oh, good. I sure hope so. I sure hope so. World bee peace. If nothing else, if all the bees die out, and we are in fact completely screwed, I'd like to think at least we can take a look at these little glass ones that will be around much longer than any of us. So, like someone being racist, you show this bee and they like look at this and die, right? Seriously. Well, I have rainbow ones too. I've made trans ones too. I've made a lot of really fun color combinations for these bees. I need more black. Hold on. Okay. Black. I'm gonna do it again. Right? My little peace bees. Sometimes I put them in my bouquets, so I make glass flowers, and then I arrange them together, and then I make little arrangements that have little bees that are about to fly into like a little glass flower. They're stinking cute. I'm really proud of them. Like, I'm excited about this next phase of my glass career. I've worked really hard to get where I'm at, and I've sacrificed a lot for it, and I'm just really excited to be making what I'm making right now. Grateful for all the support I have. It's just incredible. I've never witnessed anything like it. So. All right, here we go. I'm gonna make one more bee, and then I'm gonna make a poppy flower. All right, so this little really hot blob right there, I'm going to squish it into a little disc. So now it's a little disc. Step 1, disc. Now we're going to do this yellow, this dark yellow. I don't know, gee, the bees are making me so happy that I just can't help it. It's going to bring joy to somebody, I'm going to do it. We also have to try to encase this 8mm cubic zirconia. I want to see what that's going to do. You can even watch me eat it on live. That'd be great. I can't imagine it working. If it works, I'll be shocked. So, not the bee, the cubic zirconia thing and heating up for the next thing. All right, and one black and one yellow stripe, right? I'm going to squish them with these. Add another layer of this dark yellow. I'm going to make this one a little bit bigger because I want this one to be the head and I want the other side to be the tail. So you add more glass every layer for the head side, and you decrease the amount of glass you put onto these layers for the tip, which makes sense. That's how it's done. Okay, so I've got these weird little layers, right? So it's all bulbous. I'm going to heat everybody down. I'm going to heat everybody, melt everybody down, and then use this paddle to kind of squish on either side to get them to sink in. Again, this is Italian soft glass I'm working with right now. Is the old Venetian style glass. Hi Juanita, how you doing? Good, thank you so much for checking out my live. I am a glass artist here in Colorado. I assume the glass sticks would transfer heat and turn hot. It's mesmerizing to see. Good, I'm so glad, Logan. So the heat doesn't transfer through the glass. And then it doesn't transfer through the steel either. The only super hot spot is where I'm at with the flame. This whole area is hot. Everything else is cool. So you just have to be careful on making sure you slow cool the glass. If you try and throw the glass into the flame too fast with soft glass, there'll be little hot shards of nonsense everywhere. Me too, and I am mesmerized and getting tears literally. Really? Wow. Cool, man. I'm excited. Black. Here's my little hamburger of glass here. It takes a lot of practice, OG. I teach classes. I teach bead making classes. There we go. There we go. More. Little hamburger. This little guy. This is a little hamburger. Oh, just try it again. If you look down on the website, if you go down the more expensive stuff are my sculptures and yeah, if you look for the bees, just scroll down. They're there. I do have big expensive stuff because I've got to show my big expensive stuff. So Jay Ramsier, check out my website again. The bees are there. They're there. Don't worry. scroll on down. It's J9Glass.art, and there's rainbow bees and regular bees. There's bats, Christmas bats, Christmas bats, and Christmas bees as well, which are very silly. Do I ship to Canada? I don't see why not. There are no bee shortages. It was a scam. There have always been dissolves, but they have been come back even stronger than before. Really? Oh, I didn't know that about the bees. Let's see here. All right. Do I use a lot of butane? I don't use any butane. My gases are oxygen and propane. So I've got a huge bottle of oxygen over here and a propane bottle down there, and then it all hooks up to this. So the butane wouldn't work for this. It would probably scum out the glass, actually. You can use MAP gas, but it also blackens the glass a little bit. Oxygen and propane is your best bet. It keeps everything clean. This is what I would recommend. You know, I'll check with my website right after this live to make sure that the bees are still there. I mean, it should be. Maybe there's a count problem. I'll check. Yeah. I will check. I will check Vulcan 31. Vulcan 31, yes, I do. I think I should ship to Canada. I mean, we'll see what the price looks like, and then you can let me know if you still want the order. How about that? If you place the order on my website and you're like, oh, that shipping's insane, then you won't do it. But I'm happy to ship it. How much do you spend on propane on the average month? Let's see here. Actually, the propane takes a long time to go through. Propane takes me a few months. Oxygen I can kick out in a week. 1 K-tank bottle in a week. And I'm also here every day. So I don't spend much on propane. Yeah, propane's not a big deal. But I have my oxygen bottles delivered here, so it's about $100 to have those things delivered. So, and I've been cranking through a lot of it lately, so it's a little not cost effective, but I do have shows coming up. We'll just see how everything goes. I just come to the conclusion that these days everything is expensive, so we just accept that and move on. You know, gosh. Ooh, this jam is good. Right? It's hot. Okay. So this one. Melt that one down. You must love your art. I do. I really do. You know, I started making these flowers, and this is what the flowers look like, and I absolutely can't stop making them. I make bouquets. I've been doing this a long time, and to be honest with you, I took a break for a minute there because I was so mad at it. I mean, if you do something long enough, you know, people say if you do what you love as a job, then at some point you'll hate it. I feel like, from my experience, I went through a period where I hated it, but it's not because I hated the medium or being an artist. I just didn't know how to get past the make money thing. So I was making the same thing that made money all the time, and that's all I would make. And then I started making the flowers, and now I'm in love with it again. And it shows through everything I'm making. Like, it really does. The quality goes up if I'm happy and satisfied. It's really weird. Thank you so much. kid rehearsal. I'm sorry, I can't read that from here. Hi, thank you. Thank you. The flowers are not on the website yet. I have a big show coming up for Labor Day, and then I have 2 galleries that want to carry the flowers. So if you are interested in anything you see on my page or any of my other social media posts or anything, and you say, oh my God, I want that, hit me up. Thank you so much, Clear Vision. It really is. It's a different kind of art form. And it takes a lot of patience. It only moves as fast as it moves. And the thing is, if you rush it, 100%, you will break it. Like, that's just kind of how it goes. I'm not as emotional about it anymore. If it breaks midway or if I screw something up, I'm like, start again. Like, 26 years, that'll do it. Just found your channel and subscribed. Love your artwork. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I am really trying. You know, it's what I've been doing, and it's what I continue to do, and it's fun to have an avenue to explain or answer questions about glass, because it's definitely one of those elusive things that people don't know a lot about. And I do know a fair amount about it. If I don't, I bet you I can tell you who does. So, make a little bee balm. Here we go. Little tiny bee balm. We're going to put his little bud on. There we go. Alright, now I got the little bee balm going. I'm going to add the head. Yeah, it's more intuitive. It's super intuitive. Like, you just have to be, you gotta be paying attention. I don't think that if I hadn't been doing this so long that I would have been comfortable doing it on camera live. But I make a lot of these. You know, the 10,000 hour thing? We've made a lot of these over the years. I've probably been doing the bees about 5 years, I guess. I'd say about 5 years the bees have been around. But that's a beauty, I suppose. If it was easy, it would be a consumer product, right? Yep. I don't know. I just always felt like I'm 52 years old right now. And I always thought when I was growing up that, like, an honest day's work is making something and having somebody give you money for it. Like, right? Yeah, it's a bee. Yeah. It will be. It will be. Alright. Another yellow line, and then I'm going to make the head. Well, I usually tell people, and I don't know if this is rude to people that have kids, but I usually say I probably look younger because I don't have any kids. I mean, that's probably what it is. I can't imagine. Like on Mother's Day, no kidding, I get really upset at people that wish me happy Mother's Day because I have a dog. Absolutely not. I have really gotten upset at people for that. Instead of nurturing another person and a kid, I nurtured my craft. Yeah, I don't, there's no way. And I'm really happy I made that decision. Maybe that'll change when I'm super old, but I don't know. Who knows? As long as I can make the glass, I just don't care. And I think that with the way that the world is going, I don't know, man. You better be doing what you love and what you're passionate about. It's pretty important right now. If you're an artist, or if you're a musician, or if you're a cook, or if you culinary arts is totally art, all kinds of stuff. Proud mom of 2 cars, or cats. Yeah, good job. Your cat mama. Read on. Mama to the cats. Yeah, I have dogs. I had a long-haired Chihuahua until he was 18 years old, y'all. His name was Philip Curup Joshua Aaron Scott, and he was I think he was a long-haired Chihuahua, but he had a little bit of Papillon in him, I think. And he was my little soul puppy. But then, you know, you can't live to be a dog and live to 18 years old and not have I mean, he was ancient. So he was doing pretty good, but he was pretty blind, so he'd run into stuff. I mean, yeah, it was tough. Watching anybody, animals or people age is difficult. I feel like when you get into your middle age, you know, 40s, 50s, like sometime around there, at least this is the way it was for me, I feel like you can analyze who you are, where you've been, because your timeline is longer, you know? And it's weird. All right, I'm gonna add the eyes now. So be sure and subscribe to my channel. I'm not going to do the poppy, actually. I have to eat lunch. I'm so hungry. So I'm going to finish up this bee over here, and then I'm going to turn off the camera and go eat my lunch. If you search for me on TikTok, I will be there after lunch. So look for me there if you want to check out more live. This would be the color of the eyes. Everybody a wonderful day. I really and truly hope that you are feeling loved and safe. It's midnight here, but I am hitting the bell and everything's available. Right on. Get it. Alright. So I do a live every Tuesday and every Thursday at 2 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. Right now it's probably about 3 here. So whatever time it was an hour ago for you, I am here on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Oh, I'm so glad. Yay. Thank you so much, OG. I sure appreciate it, Sunnylicious. We'll see you again. Have a wonderful, I'm sure, well-deserved rest. I hope you have awesome dreams. Add the wings to this guy. Here we go. Oh my god, the eyes are really funny on this one. Look. They're cute. I'm gonna give him wings. There we go. One wing. Little tiny wing, so he looks really chunky. Chunkies. Alright, another wing. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for lunch. I realize I've only had a hard-boiled egg and a banana today, and I'm like, it's 3 o'clock, I'm gonna pass out. I don't know about anybody else, but I get a little angry. Blowtorches and angry is a terrible idea. Okay, so there we go. A little wing going on here. Alright, y'all. Here he is. The bee of the moment. Thank you for joining in and watching his creation. I'm going to put him in the kiln so he can kneel. This is how big he is, right? He's a really fatty big one. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me. I sure appreciate y'all being here. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you like the bees. This is what they look like when I take them out. He's a little bit of a darker yellow. This is a lighter yellow. And then I put this green tape on it. And then I coat this in resin. So the bee is glass, but I coat the green parts you put in your garden or whatever. Anyways, Everybody have a lovely night or day or whatever you got going on. And I hope you are enjoying everything about your day. And we'll see y'all later. Have a good one. Good night. Have a good day.